Hello, I'm Mark from Moonstone Publications. Welcome to this overview of some of the stories we've covered over the past week. But first, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Coming up in this week's update, group risk benefits are a vital safety net, but they must be properly understood. The average living annuity drawdown rate falls below 6%. The High Court permits an old mutual insurer to search underwriting managers' premises. The full bench has harsh words for Ithala and upholds its repayment administrator's powers. Draft regulations will tighten affordability assessments for credit providers. And schools registered as VAT vendors may be in for a cash flow shock. Financial advisors and HR departments have a crucial role in helping employees to understand exactly what their group risk policies cover, says employee benefits specialist Johan Peens. He says procedural missteps can delay or even deny payouts when group cover matters most. Employers, trustees, and advisors should ensure members know the claims deadlines, understand waiting periods, and are briefed on conversion and continuation options when leaving service. Living annuity policyholders withdrew an average of 5.6% of their invested capital last year, the lowest average drawdown rate since ASISA began collecting statistics 13 years ago. Strong investment returns drove a 14.6% expansion in the living annuity asset pool. ASISA attributes the lower drawdown percentage both to the larger asset base and to policyholders adjusting income levels downwards after healthy market gains. The High Court has authorized Old Mutual alternate risk transfer to obtain supervised access to the premises of SA guarantee specialists to search for, copy, and, if necessary, remove records relating to guarantees issued under their binder agreement. The court found OMART's urgent application justified after the insurer discovered that SAGs had issued at least 2 offshore guarantees beyond OMART's South African license and the mandate in the binder agreement. OMART says the transactions were unauthorized and exposed it to regulatory, financial, and reputational risk. The court accepted that OMART had validly terminated the binder for material breach, and it retained broad rights to access SAGs' data. Ithala has received a pointed rebuke from the High Court, which set aside an execution order on the basis that it risked permitting unlawful deposit taking and undermining the repayment administrator's statutory duties. The full bench found that the order went beyond normal practice by effectively restricting the administrator's powers and leaving a gap that could allow Ithala to continue operating like a deposit-taking bank despite the expiry of its legal exemptions. The court also criticized Ithala's board for long-running inaction. The judges observed that the bank's leadership had been repeatedly warned that it needed to ring-fence deposit-taking operations or seek an alternative banking structure. The Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition has published draft amendments to the National Credit Act regulations. The changes will permit credit bureaus to receive data from a wider range of sources and require standardized identity and contact details when data is submitted. Critically, the draft revises the affordability assessment criteria. Credit providers must consider discretionary income, the realistic realization of assets, and reasonable future revenue from commercial activities funded by credit. The Draft Taxation Laws Amendment Bill proposes significant changes for schools currently registered as VAT vendors. If enacted, all goods and services supplied by schools will be exempt from VAT from the 1st of January next year, regardless of whether payment is in the form of school fees or other charges. The change will trigger a one-off deemed supply. Schools forced to deregister as VAT vendors could face a VAT liability on assets such as buildings, sports facilities, or other capital items previously used for taxable supplies. That's all we have for this week. You can read these stories and many more on our website, moonstone.co.za. Until next time, here's wishing you all the best from the team at Moonstone Information Refinery.